Good afternoon.
How are you, ma'am?
I'm good. Thank you. How's your day been so far?
I'm doing great, ma'am, and happy Independence Day.
Thank you. Same to you.
Yes. So actually, I really want to focus on storytelling, ma'am. So in this
Yes,
session, so you can
we can
please
do that.
help me. Yeah.
Yes. Keep in mind the theme of Independence Day and
Okay.
related to how you used to spend it during your childhood, maybe in school
Okay.
or, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can have two, three characters. So
Okay.
go on, develop any
Yes.
story, any, yeah.
Yeah. A long time ago, when I was studying in my school, I was I used to participate a lot in my Independence Day time. I
Yes.
used to wear a neat dress which is fully ironed, and I used to wear flags, and I used to wear flag and like or Indian symbol here and somewhere. And especially, ma'am, on this Independence Day, we used to participate some cultural activities as well. Like some of the students used to uh, they used to uh, take as a teacher, like they try to become a teacher, and they try to teach the other students, and so other students try to give the feedback how they are teaching. So by that,
Yes.
from that kind of environment, we were very much interested to like teach, and we used to understand what is the problem, what are the problems teachers face, and how they are contributing themselves to our
Right.
education and our growth. So that was one of the great timings, ma'am. Apart from that, we used to participate in our national anthem is some cultural activities should go, like dancing programs and singing programs. That was
Right.
very happy, ma'am. And especially the best part was we used to enjoy a lot when they are distributing the sweets to children. So we were very small at that time, so we used to run for the sweets. So the teachers used to scroll us like, don't do like this, like that. So it was something very fun activity. And one more special thing, ma'am, like we used to come participate in a like some people used to wear some drama like
Right.
Gandhi Tata, or some other persons who are participated in independence. So that was really interesting, ma'am. If we were not like saw that candidate, like people, especially Gandhi, the other old age one.
Yes.
But at least by seeing that dramas, we used to enjoy a lot. Like we used to respect them. That was
Yes.
one of the interesting things in our childhood. And yeah, that's all about my childhood. I used to enjoy.
That's very good. That was quite interesting, and you included a lot of details, which I think a lot of us can relate to, about being those spectators and watching the drama, watching things happen in front of us, and the
Yeah,
way we used to perceive them. So very interesting. Good job at storytelling that way, because you also took me down that memory lane, and I was reminiscing my own childhood days. So
yeah,
yeah, that was good. While you were speaking, you made some mistakes, some tiny mistakes, which I would like to point out. Sometimes you tend to confuse prepositions, like when we use on, at, in, right? Those
okay,
words.
yeah,
I- This happened on, or this happened in. So
yes,
those those things you have to take care of, but overall it's good, because other than that, your vocabulary is good. You were paying attention to the details that you wanted to say, and more or less you were able to express what you wanted to, and you were trying to most of the time speak in full sentences as well, so that was good. And one mistake you made here was you said distributing. They used to distribute, because you're talking about the
yeah,
past here.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And
Yes.
just tenses and a little bit on the communication. Sorry, pronunciation sometimes.
Okay.
Yes. Other
Yeah.
than that, your details were good. If I have to rate you on storytelling, that was 10 on 10 because you were able to create that sort of space where you know there are characters. You are able
Yeah,
to
yeah.
envision what is happening around you. So that was good. Anything
Okay.
else you want to work on or you struggle with?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Actually, my main issue, ma'am, like the tutors was told me, I am facing a lot of issues with the tenses, especially. Like
Yes.
I am misusing the tenses. I'm using the tenses in the present. I'm using past, like that. That was a
Yes.
small issue. I'm working on that, ma'am. And
Yes.
yeah, that is the main issue I face it, ma'am. Right now, they suggested me, some of the tutors suggested me, if possible, try to include some advanced vocabulary. So it looks something very interesting to talk. That's the
Yes.
feedback I received. Yeah,
Yes.
and especially they mainly told me, yes, these propositions and articles and
Yes.
tenses. These are the three things mostly they suggested me.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
because when we, yeah, at least mhm, when we speak at least basic English good, na ma'am, then automatically vocabulary can increase.
right.
We can easily enhance our vocabulary. So that's what they given me the
Yes.
feedback.
So, what do you do to enhance your vocabulary? Where do you get new words from?
Ma'am, I follow several things, ma'am. First thing,
Hmm.
I read a lot of books. Okay, I have
That's
a
very
habit of
interesting.
reading book. So
Hmm.
I read books. So sometimes I follow some YouTube channels are there. So I follow them. These are the two ways, and especially, ma'am, rather than entering into book or some vocabulary book, I mostly prefer to listen some podcast or kind of video inspirational speeches like that. Now, for
That is
example,
good.
one of my favorite YouTuber is Gaur Gopal Das. Okay, man. I
Yeah.
listen him a lot because I love spirituality, so I want to
Hmm.
indulge myself into spirituality. So that's a keen interest on spirituality. So I used to listen his podcast. So whenever I got some good words, I used to remember to write in a book. So that was a one way. Some other YouTubers also there, ma'am. So these are the three ways. Mostly books and listening to YouTube.
Yes.
The other two ways.
Those are very impactful ones. That's what works because books are how you are able to expand your vision and imagination because you're working
Yes.
on storytelling. So they are very helpful in that. And if you listen to it, your pronunciation gets better.
Yeah, I saw that, ma'am. If I listen to Gaur Gopal Das for 1 hour, na ma'am. Next, after that, if I speak for 10 minutes also, it looks something different from my
Yes, the
like,
quality. Yeah.
yeah, the quality little bit improvement I saw a lot of times.
Yes.
So yeah, and also I conduct some podcasts, ma'am, in several platforms. I have a LinkedIn, so there I used to conduct some sessions, live
Interesting.
video audio events, and I am a YouTuber, so I take
Hmm.
people's conversations on different
Okay.
topics. So these are the few ways I follow for improving English.
So you're getting quite a lot of practice. That is great. You
Yes,
mentioned
ma'am.
books. What kind of
Yeah,
books do you like?
I read all kind of books, ma'am. By most of the time, I used to read, especially autobiographies, ma'am.
Okay.
Great persons' autobiographies I like, and some spiritual books I used to read. Some self-help books, which can help us to improve our self-discipline like that. So these are the books, and some challenging kind of books also I used to read,
Yeah.
and fiction books also I have a good experience. So I read some novels. also. So it depending on the book, ma'am. I basically go through place and I find out a book. So first of all, I go through the real reviews, then I go through
Mm.
YouTube and some different places what the people are saying about this book. Then if I interested, I directly go and purchase that book.
Yes. You mentioned the word if I'm interested. So,
Yeah,
that's the hook. Never lose
yeah,
that because
yeah.
whatever you are interested in, that's where you get the most learning from.
Yes, yes, ma'am. I have a good. I remember till now, ma'am. 1 year before, that is the first book I started reading. Okay,
Yes.
so what happened actually? I started conducting some podcast. So I invited a
Mm.
person who is well knowledgeable about spirituality, who is
Mm.
practicing spirituality. So when I requested him, he was really interested to discuss on that topic, but I don't have any idea what to speak on spirituality. I know, ma'am, I believe that whatever is coming from our heart, the first thought which is coming from our heart, that is called spirituality. That's what I thought. Because if we believe that God is exist, so our existence is through the God only. So
Yes.
whatever the first thought is coming from our inner side, that is from the God only. So definitely that is going to be good only, that's not going to be bad. So that's
Mm.
what I know. I told to that guy. So he was really impressed by my answer the first day, and he suggested me some books on spirituality. The first book I read, ma'am, the law the laws of spiritual world.
Okay.
It's basically what are the laws are there in a spiritual world, how the human being can implement in this like in the earth, so that he can like what can I say, heal his soul for the
Mm.
upper level, like that. So that book is there, that is the story. So when I started reading that book, it was a 350 pages book, ma'am, around 400 pages. I read it
Yep.
in 1 day, continuous
Wow.
read. 14 hours continuous read, 350 pages. So that is the
That's quite a
first book.
challenge.
Yes, ma'am, I read like that so many books, ma'am. There is a book, ma'am,
Mm.
The Power of Subconscious Mind. I read that
Yes.
book in 1 day, by Joseph
Wow.
Murphy. And
Okay.
The Man Thinketh, that is a one
Mm.
book. And You Can Win by Shiv Kira.
Mm.
And Four Wheels of Life by Gaur Gopal Das. Seven Secrets of Mindful People by uh, Mukundananda Swami, who is very famous in YouTube. There is a one more person, ma'am, the American guru, what we call his name is, I just forgot his name, ma'am. He's a spiritual guy. And Ramana Maharshi's life story. So,
Okay.
so
So,
many other books also, ma'am. Self-help books also I read.
okay.
One right now, I am reading a book that is The Subtle Art of Not Giving, FUCK, and Power of Eye Contact.
Okay. So you
Yes.
have quite a bit of knowledge in spirituality and self-help, I
Yeah,
could
somewhat I
suggest.
explored that, ma'am. I was read that books, and we used to conduct the spiritual sessions as well. How can one improve the aura? How can control if somebody thought that if somebody is already affected by black magic, how can handle that?
Okay.
So
Okay.
I conducted that kind of sessions because it's very important for this universe, ma'am. Like we were entering, we don't know, ma'am, exactly it exists or not, but at least we need to have some idea what is black
Mm.
magic, how can we control it. If you feel that if someone is affected by black magic, what are the steps to take? Yes, so like
Okay.
that. Yeah.
And you are a very voracious reader. I thought I was the reader, but you said you have finished like 350 to 400 pages book in a
Yeah.
day. So,
Yes,
hmm.
ma'am. Not only one book, ma'am. I told you, right? The Power of Subconscious Mind.
Yeah,
That is also one of the interesting book I read in one
that's
day.
great.
And There are many other books also there, ma'am. If it is really interesting right now, then I can read it
Hmm.
not only in one day, sometimes. That time I was completely focused on English only. I used to prepare for daily 15 to 16 hours or 18 hours,
Hmm.
completely
Very
reading books. Because, ma'am,
dedicated.
I came from a background where I don't have any environment. to
I
speak
understand.
English. I'm a Telugu medium guy. I come from a rural area, so definitely it's a challenging thing for me. But I was taking it very seriously, ma'am. I want to learn English. That's I want to learn. So started everything, ma'am, whatever I can do. But God,
Hmm.
with the God grace, I can speak now. Just I am trying to improving myself on some tenses and all.
You're doing great. I can see the progress, the improvement already. And you're correcting yourself while you're speaking. That also is,
Thank you,
sign of a
ma'am.
good learner. Okay, so you get your vocabulary from books and podcasts and stuff. Do you want to go to the topic for today? Did you go through it?
I didn't go, ma'am, but you can tell me, please. I can directly speak. No
Okay,
problem.
sure. So it was a very fascinating one. So I was thinking maybe you want to go in. It was bucket list.
What bucket list?
Yes. What do you
Okay,
think
it's
of
a
the word bucket list?
bucket list, ma'am. What I feel, ma'am, like kind of wish list, right, ma'am? We want to explore
Hmm.
them, but right now, not now, but in future. Wish list,
Yeah.
bucket list, we call
Things
generally.
you want to do before you die. It's like that.
Yes, yeah. Wish list means maybe very early. Bucket list means maybe till the end of the life, I think.
I think bucket list becomes more specific. It's something you want to do, definitely want to do.
Okay, wish list it maybe we
Yeah,
want
it's
to.
more like you had a thought, you thought maybe I want to do it, maybe not.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like you have a wavering mind. Sometimes we say, okay, I want to buy so and so card, but we don't actually buy it.
yeah.
So
So
something like that.
yes, ma'am. So it's really interesting, ma'am, for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, I want to tell you, ma'am. I have a dream of taking interviews of very popular people, ma'am, like Sandeep
Hmm.
Maheshwari. I told you, Gaur
Wow.
Gopalas, Priyanka Chopra. Even more if upgraded levels, Modi, like Rashtrapati, like president,
Oh wow.
like I have that kind of dream, ma'am. So I
Hmm.
want to achieve that level. That is one of my
Hmm.
dream. So I can take that people. So that's the reason why I'm practicing here, ma'am. That is the one thing in my bucket list. And second thing, ma'am, I want to explore some of the things in my life actually. The first thing is that, ma'am, I saw in YouTube there is a place called Glass Bridge. Have you listened about it, ma'am? Glass Bridge is there in
Yeah,
India
I've
only.
heard.
Yeah, so that is a altogether a different experience,
Hmm.
ma'am, because basically uh, Glass Bridge is very different. So that is
Hmm.
one of the thing. And some things like ma'am, I want to visit Switzerland once. I
Wow.
saw Paris, Switzerland, and even I am from Hyderabad. I never reached to Delhi, so
Hmm.
I want to explore Delhi as well, ma'am, because there are a lot of things are there like Taj Mahal and Red Fort. A lot of things are
Yes.
there. We never seen them. These are the few places I really want to visit, and these all are about my uh, enjoyment kind of things, ma'am. But
Yes.
apart from that, I really want to achieve something big, ma'am. Because I lost my mother, ma'am, in the month of December 7th,
Oh, I'm so sorry.
last 7 months before. So, what I want to say that, ma'am, she came to Hyderabad with a very big vision, but
Hmm.
zero money from a rural area. And she served, she was, ma'am, she used to work here and there, and she used to save some money and she used to feed us. So when we came to a certain age, ma'am, like when I became 25, 26, she left this universe. So
Sorry about that.
the thing is that, yes, ma'am. So the thing is that she was given us everything in a very tough times. And when
Hmm.
we become something better and we want to contribute something to our mother by the returns, she was not available here.
Hmm.
So at least, ma'am, we cannot do anything to her now because she's not, even here. She's not here. But at least I want to achieve something, and I want to prove her, like her name at least, son of
Hmm.
some my mother's name.
Yeah.
That is one of my biggest bucket list, ma'am. Maybe I'll do or not. I don't know about all of them. but this is the one thing I really want to do.
No,
There is
but the
no
fact
any
that you
way.
have this vision, even
Yeah.
even trying it out, even the fact that you're trying it out, that also speaks volumes about the kind of respect you hold for her, you know. So
Yes, ma'am. Because I am telling you now, ma'am, what kind of life we were explored in our fifth class. I saw it in my own eyes. And
mm,
today I am here. At least I have a house. I mean, I am able to spend in a house. That time I saw, ma'am, where we were living. What is our life? So it's all my mother's sacrifices, ma'am. So she was not here, but she sacrificed a lot. At least
I understand.
I cannot sacrifice anything for her. I know that, but something at least I can push her name towards the sky. So that is the
Yeah,
only big bucket list of mine.
that's very meaningful, you know. Whenever I talk about this topic, it's come up quite a few times, and most of the times it's just, I want to go there, here, and this kind of impactful, meaningful goal I've heard for the very first time. So that's very good. It's very, delightful to hear something like this. So
Yes,
keep on
ma'am.
going. I'm sure you'll do it.
Yeah, I don't know, ma'am, what to do, but definitely I want to do something. I don't know what
Yes.
it comes in my mind. I am trying to doing that, but somewhere, sometime, it may be I may
Yes.
fix or something. So that's the thing.
Now keep going. You're doing great. You know,
Thank you, ma'am.
very rarely do people have this sort of vision, because all of the time we are uh, occupied in our own little heads, thinking about what to do for ourselves. Nobody thinks about others or the kind of impact you want to have on the world. So if you have any bigger vision than that, it's worth chasing. Definitely worth chasing. So keep going. You're on the right direction.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I'll try my level best, ma'am, till the end of my day, so that
Yes.
at least I can impact, ma'am. So at least the one thing what I feel, ma'am, at least I want to try. May I don't know whether I'll
Yes.
reach or not, but I want to try. I don't want to rest. That's it. So
Hmm.
whatever it is, the result in result, I don't want to think about it, ma'am. Now,
That's how we do our best work, because
yeah,
if you keep the result in mind, that's not how we are able to work hard. We are not able to work hard that way. You just have to keep going and love the process. The end
yeah.
result, it will happen or not, it's like a byproduct. It's something that
Yes,
happens
ma'am.
on the side.
Ma'am, result, even one thing, ma'am, people might feel, ma'am, because I saw a lot of people. People might feel the result is a pleasure actually, but result is always not a pleasure, ma'am. It's
Hmm.
always not a pleasure, ma'am. For some people, result is a pleasure. For example, ma'am, someone is reaching to like a mountain. Suppose he want to like what can I say, go to the upper level of the mountain. So for
Yes.
that kind of person, it may be the thing that it may be the pleasure. But
Hmm.
suppose somebody want to go to moon, he enter into the moon. Is it his pleasure, ma'am? No. He want to come back first, and he want to
Yes.
leave here. I like that. It's not always the pleasure, ma'am. Suppose if somebody want to become an IAS officer, becoming an IAS officer is not a pleasure, ma'am. Because after becoming an IAS officer, you need to face a lot of things.
Hmm.
Yes, in this political society.
Right.
So like that,
Definitely.
so the process is pleasure, ma'am. Actually, when you are preparing for an
Right.
IAS officer, you need to work
Right.
very hard. So the discipline will give you the pleasure. Like
Hmm.
you definitely you will be in your own discipline, self disciplinary. So that is what I believe, ma'am.
Yes. No, I got to learn so much from you. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
No, because that's how we do it. Even when you are learning English, for example, if you don't love this process, if you are not coming here and enjoying every bit of the journey and every session that you take here, and not try to make it interesting, then it won't be right.
Yes,
Then you will only be looking to that one day when you are able to speak fluent English, and the rest you'll find very boring.
yes, Yeah, ma'am. That is the thing, ma'am, because that's why we need to enjoy the process, ma'am. I mean, even I
Yes.
read a lot of books. The books also explain the same thing. Just
Hmm.
enjoy the process. The end product is maybe good or bad. That's not an issue, ma'am. Because when we enjoy the process, now, ma'am, in between, see, one thing I want to tell you, ma'am. I told you I have a dream of becoming inspirational speaker. I want to do this, that. I told you hundreds of things, ma'am, in this 20 minutes of conversation only. But
Yes.
is it really possible for me to do 100 things, ma'am? 100% no. 100% I'll also assure you, ma'am, no. But when I move to somewhere at least 50%, after that I don't know, maybe another bucket list will come. But 50% I can reach, ma'am. After that my mind will explore a lot. So then my bucket list may be changed, but ultimately I told you, no, that is the one big thing, something I
Yes.
want to achieve. So that is the thing what I believe, ma'am, and I focus on. That's it. You
Yes.
know one thing, ma'am, I told you, right? I came from a rural background, and I learned English just for improvement of myself, and I want to
Yes.
speak good English. And today I'm getting a job. I am like earning a salary from this English only. I'm getting
That's
a
great.
good salary. I can pay it on clapping on. I can improve it a little bit more. I one thing, ma'am, I got a lot of respect also, because most of the people, even they're not able to speak right now also.
Hmm. Right.
So that is the thing.
No, that is great. And the thing you mentioned about goal setting, I think that's very important because you have one core goal about making an impact, and the rest, what we can call the peripheries, the things that
Yeah,
exist on the side.
yeah.
Those
It
you can
may exist.
take care
It
of.
may not exist. Yeah.
Yeah, those you can take care of while reaching for that one goal that you want to reach for.
Yes.